Hey, peace world. Thanks for pressing playing another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. Jump right into some bite down boxing talk. Not a bad weekend for this coming Saturday. Saturday night on ESPN Plus. Getting use a lot of use on that ESPN Plus app right now. But Jose Cepeda and Ivan Baranchik in a super lightweight matchup. And not a bad card. You have Gabriel Flores Jr. in here again, returning to the bubble against Ryan Kilzeski. Ryan K instead of Coach K, Fighter K. He's got one of those weird last names, and I really haven't heard his name said yet. But Guido Vianello is on there against Kingsley Eby, who's been in the bubble 2 or 3 times. So that's a good. I have some familiarity with Guido's opponent. Cincinnati's Duke Reagan is on there for his second professional fight. Had a phenomenal knockout in his first outing. Haven Brady Jr. is making his debut. That's one thing about the ESPN Plus. You get to see all of these younger cats, as they start getting involved, start embarking upon their career. So that's pretty decent. And then Sunday on DAZN, Joshua Buatsi against Marco Kalic. I'm also interested to see Alan Bobick heavyweight action. Alan Bobick versus Niall Kennedy. Bobbitt is just this will be his 5th fight, but he's I think they call him Savage is his nickname. He just is very motivated to get his career cracking. I don't know how talented he is. But he's a brawler. He's like bring me everybody. He's a main chief training or sparring partner of and managed by Dillian White. So that's Niall Kennedy lost the fight to Devin Vargas. So he's 13-1-1. I think he's from Ireland. But it's good heavyweight action, and I think and Babic, he's talking a lot. And, like Mike Tyson said, I don't care anything about that quiet dude. Who's the effing guy running his mouth over there? I want to know something about him. So Babbitt, if he wants to knock guys out and be destructive and continue to chase down Felipe Hergovich, that's awesome. So that's this weekend. What I also wanted to make note of, we getting a little bit of more activity out of our, for those of us that have the zone subscriptions. I think it's good to have developments over there. I know the debacle that is Saul Canelo Alvarez against or V Golden Boy and DAZN. I know that lawsuit is out there, and it's really held up the calendar for DAZN. And but it's great news that Devin Haney and Yuriorkis Gamboa has been announced. It's good to have his name officially. So we have a fight date November 7th. That'll be at the Hard Rock Resort Casino in Florida. Him and Gamboa. I know Gamboa had the bad outing against Gervonta Davis last time out. But, we're well beyond that. Hopefully he's recovered 100%. I don't know what I think about this, him and as an opponent in a way, but based on Haney's age, we just need to see him in there. So I think that's a positive. Also, November 27th, it's official that Daniel Jacobs will face Gabe-Rosado. Also, in I guess that's where they're doing their bubble is in Florida, and so Rosado, he's made this fight, with his rivalry with Jacobs. We're seeing Jacobs now up at super middleweight, so I guess this isn't a bad fight to be there for. I think his second fight up there, and we'll see what it sets up. A couple other notes on the Haney Gamboa card. Felipe Hergovich will be on there, as well as I think it's the Chinese heavyweight that Matchroom has signed. I think it's a couple other heavyweights on that schedule for that card. And then for the Jacobs and Rosado card, Mark Castro, who didn't get to fight down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the card that fell apart that ended up being headlined by Bricus, and she was upset, lost her undisputed status from Jessica McCaskill. Mark Castro was supposed to make his debut on there. That didn't happen because of COVID-19, I believe. He'll be on there making his debut, and then also Alexis Espino is on that card. He's a prospect. I want to say middleweight to super. I want to say middleweight to super middleweight. But I like what I've seen about it from him so far, so it'll be good to see him back in. And like I said, it's just good to get some action on your DAZN app. It may not be the the ideal fights. I can't speak to that, what you think of it. But Haney Gamboa pretty much works for me. You definitely get to see some, see how he looks against a guy who Tank Davis just fought. I'm tired of hearing Haney's name associated with Tank, with AB, with Gary Russell Jr. So let the kid's career resume, and we after the fight we can kind of parse through the results and see where he is and where he may be going. And then Jacobs-Rosado, it was not a bad night. Not a bad night. Again, Fight Down Boxing, don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind, sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Enjoy the fights this weekend. Buatsi at light heavyweight, interesting guy. He looks, interesting guy. And again, you get to use that DAZN app. Before I get out of here really quickly, the one sad thing or disappointing thing about DAZN is if you're nearing the end of your season pass or year pass, I forget what they call it, it doesn't seem like that they're factoring in the reality that you missed, that we missed 4 or 5 months of action during this time for COVID. I don't think that's factored into that. So I'm gonna have to fire email away. I don't know who will look at it, but an extra 2 months or something would be fantastic. Sometimes you don't, squeaky wheel might get the oil. So I'm gonna shoot my shot. If we can't do something, I don't know, man. I could strongly think about how I go about continuing my subscription with them. Not to say that at the end of the day, if I get what I want or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see. That's a little unfortunate. You would like to see them be a little more proactive, send another email and say, hey, we understand our schedule. We were impacted, but now we see why, Canelo was doing what he's doing. We won't be filing a lawsuit or a class action lawsuit, but we may be, we might have to suspend things for a couple of months or a few months. That's it, man. I'm out of here. Peace.